Hey, so I wanted to talk today about Jordan Peterson. This isn't just a takedown of him, and this isn't just talking down to him. This is talking about the good and the bad, actually. Now, you may know Jordan Peterson got popular in 2016 for opposing a compelled speech bill in Canada. It was around that time that, it was after he got popular for that, that people started looking into his backlog of recorded lectures, his books, and uh, it wasn't too long after that his podcast started up. um, Now, for me, I didn't really get too into Jordan Peterson until 2018. Now, for some context, 2017 was the worst year of my life. And in December 2017, I began tripping on psychedelics. In 2018, I was completely lost and I was looking for direction. So, one of the things that I did was start listening to podcasts. And one of the podcasts that I was listening to was the Jordan Peterson podcast. And specifically his Maps of Meaning series. And that was very helpful, actually. It was very helpful. Maps of Meaning is essentially a Jungian interpretation of old mythology. Now, some people say that Jordan Peterson is not does not have a good grasp of Jungian psychology. I've never heard anyone involved with Jungian psychology say this. I've only heard people who are completely uninvolved with Jungian psychology say this. um, so I do believe that he is actually good at the Jungian psychology thing. Now, Jordan Peterson is essentially a classical liberal who leans slightly conservative. But because of the way things are in the modern day, he is classed as a conservative. And of course, the left has been so far to the left; they're all communists. That anything that opposes communism is labeled conservative, because of course, you oppose the revolution, you are trying to conserve your culture. Now, in I had actually seen in like 2018, 2019, people calling Jordan Peterson Juden Peterstein. And I didn't understand why, but after October 7th in 2023, people started calling him that again, and it made a lot more sense because at that point in time, Jordan Peterson had come out and essentially given his full support to Israel. He was known before this as being very nuanced, having very nuanced takes, questioning what do you mean by support, what do you mean by all that, and he completely went against that when Israel attacked, or when Israel was attacked by Hamas. Now, this also comes after his drug addiction, and he did not take personal responsibility for this, but he got hooked on benzos. And it's actually kind of hard to get hooked on benzos because they build up, you build up a tolerance to them very quickly. And so he had to have been taking a very large amount of benzos. He says he took them as prescribed. I don't think that's the case, because they don't prescribe benzos in such a way that you are taking them once or twice a day, every day, which is what you would need to do in order to build up a physical addiction to them. Um, but yeah, he came out of that drug addiction and essentially became incoherent. The only book he's published since then is We Who Wrestle with God. And I've seen people reviewing it and actually going through it on screen. And it is utter nonsense. It is contradictory. It is convoluted. It even goes against actual logical interpretation of biblical scripture. So he has in fact lost his mind. Now, back in the day, back in like 2018, I had seen a couple of videos from Charisma on Command about Jordan Peterson. And this channel essentially concluded that there are things that he does that give him charisma, that make people listen to him, that make him a good speaker. And some of these things are relating to the other person. Like, I understand why you believe that, but let me explain why you're wrong. Then he always covers these big issues, these big grand concepts, and then he always relates it back to you. So that's a good example of how to be a good speaker. So he is an interesting speaker. He covers interesting topics. He creates usefulness for people. So it's not all bad. I haven't really heard him speak since October 23rd, 23. So I don't know if he still is good at speaking. But I do know since that time he has started up Peterson Academy, which is like $500 a year or something. It's very expensive. And it doesn't get you accreditation, so why would you want to pay that much for it? And apparently he is teaching misinformation. People have covered his Nietzsche course, and he gets Nietzsche very wrong. So it's to be taken with a grain of salt at best. And another thing, there was a video by the Right Wing Coalition last year, about 10 months ago, talking about why we turned on Jordan Peterson, and it goes over everything, and it's a very good video. I do recommend it. I'll leave a link to it in the description. But yeah, Jordan Peterson, I still want to read his book, Maps of Meaning. I would like to re-listen to the Maps of Meaning lectures. I believe they are on YouTube, so I could probably link to them. But yeah, Jordan Peterson, it's kind of sad to see how far he fell. Thank you for watching. Peace.